night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hold on.
Okay then.
Grand, isn't it?
All right then. What now? All right then.
Let's go! Hey!
I beg your pardon.
Let's go see!
What now? All right then. Go.
Looks like the sea's settled somewhat. We've got a map of the Altaberry region too. I'd say we're set.
Now we can leave with our minds clear and pockets full, eh? Where are those brothers? Out on errands?
I say we just leave them behind.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Well, long as we've got a minute alone, let's go over our plan. As soon as we get to Altaberry, we give Luis the fake lance Nuris made up for us.
While I hold on to the real one.
Then, on the eve of this divine relic dedication ceremony, we use the real lance to end this, once and for all. He doesn't know we've worked out its powers. We'll use that to our advantage. Juna, we'll need you to convince Luis to attend the eve of the festival.
Oh, I've been pestering him to do so for a while now. Don't want him spending the evening in his heavily fortified Skyrunner after all.
So where is the false lance in question?
Right here, ready to poke an eye out. Oh, what do you think? A dead ringer, eh?
Such detail. Even I can't tell them apart.
When we get to Altaberry, we'll pass off the fake to Luis. Then, we execute our plan.
Oh, by the way, I was talking with the Magnus brothers earlier. Think they might be onto us.
That's not good. We'll need to be more careful.
Wait, footsteps. Speak of the devils. We'll need to hide the real lance.
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
Right. All present and counted? Anchors away, what?
Aye aye, me hearties! What's wrong then? Is that not the customary exclamation of sailors? Mr. Buckland was very specific.
I wouldn't believe everything he says.
'Tis a strange melancholy, leaving the people we have so recently come to know.
We'll be back. With some fantastic tales to tell them too.
Yes, certainly.
This is Altaberry Heights. We'll make faster progress back on land. Here's where we are now.
This...
Oh,
Ha-ha!
With a new ally in tow, the Gauntlet Runner at last departs the island toward the eastern side of the inland sea. Their destination is the Principality of Montario. Its vast mountain crags, so different from the western terrain, can be seen clearly from the water. Their forthcoming task would be their greatest trial yet. They felt the tension rise in wordless silence.
Indeed. All right, then. Let's head there right away.
You did it! Whoa. Hey! Whoa.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at Cliffshade Camp just as the curtain of night descends on the wilderness. Ideal for their cover, it works both ways, as monsters and rogues alike await their victims in the shadows of the rocks. Only a Gauntlet Runner offers peace of mind against such dangers, a large reason why they are so sought after.
Indeed. All right, then.
Let's go!
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It would seem that...
I get... So,
All right, then.
let's go! You did it! Whoa. Did you know?
Look at this!
The Gauntlet Runner makes a short stop in front of Colorodeo Cliff, a bluff so tremendous it fills one's vision. It's perfectly balanced by the work of nature, or the wrath of gods extolled in the myths of creation. None can say.
Whoa.
On guard!
What?
Speaking of... Listen!
Yes. All right.
As for me, bombs away!
The Gauntlet Runner stops amidst rocky terrain as twilight envelops the wilderness in darkness. The twinkling lights are not all stars. Some are the eyes of monsters peering through the dark. To await the dawn in comfort and peace is a...
All right, then. Let's go. All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Tis nearly time.
Got it?
All right, then.
Got a sec?
All right, then. Let's head there right away.
You did it! Did you know?
What now? All right. All right.
Nura speaking.
Before Altabury's mountains, the Gauntlet Runner sets upon the murky graveyard. The colossal bridges overhead are an impressive sight. During the Annex War, this land was a fierce battleground. Many soldiers, unable to return to their loved ones, found their final rest here. But few honor the dead. Their spirits take no solace. Their tragic remains are desecrated by wild dogs, leaving their bones exposed to the elements.
Just look at it!
Hey!
Yeah.
Now then.
Wisdom.
Why, that's... Hey!
That.
Hey!
Well then.
That's my fault.
Altabury Heights, capital of the Principality of Montario, the eastmost country annexed into the Kingdom of Uchronia. The mountain path leading to the city begins near the coastline, but few Gauntlet runners can contend against its steep slope. Those who complete the arduous climb are rewarded. City lights, dusted with snow, twinkle beautifully in the valley. But what awaits the party there is no reward, but their greatest trial thus far. The hour of reckoning draws near, and they steel themselves anew.
The seat of sanctism, Altabury. Truly, I never thought I would see it in person. What is that giant structure?
The monolith. In Sanctus Scripture, they tell of how the stone was shaped by God's own hand.
It's afloat. I'd only heard rumors that it didn't touch the ground, but to see it now.
Are we finally moving again?
Just another trip for our songstress.
We're here at last.
Well done. So this is the Lance of Legend, is it?
I am called Euphazia, priestess of the island. For personal reasons, I have joined them on their journey.
You do not detest me?
I owe my life to them, and I understand they operate under your guidance.
Indeed. I had heard you were able to obtain the lance without incurring the islanders' hatred. Quite a feat, now that I know it to be true. Well done. At last, it seems that even fate has abandoned Fortin. Thanks to you, I was spared the effort of sifting through ashes to find this. If the islanders could not be persuaded, my next course would have been to raze their village to the ground. The Caradrius' batteries would make that a fairly simple task.
What?
Why are you surprised? At times, sacrifice is necessary to save the many. Was that not the exact reasoning by which your countrymen would have seen you die?
You're...
Have the lance brought to my chamber later. Thank you for your hard work in spite of your wound. Take care of yourselves. Now we need only to wait until tomorrow for the Saints' Day Festival.
The whole event will be held over 2 days at the Opera House.
The first day is the eve of the festival, and I'm scheduled to sing. Hope you're looking forward to it.
Main festivities start on the second day. That's when all these divine relics will be dedicated and sealed. It's aimed at proving beyond a doubt that Sanctism is the highest authority.
All kind of daft though, isn't it? If they were that confident in their scriptures, you'd think they wouldn't have to bother with all that.
This is where Forden dies. He and Sanctism itself. At the very least, it's worth giving him a memorable end.
Lord Louise, I do hope you'll come and watch me sing this time. We missed you at the opening ceremony. If you're not there, it'll hardly be worth it.
You needn't worry. Having come all this way, it would be a waste not to show.
Well, I'm off to check out the Opera House. Want to make sure everything's shipshape for my solo, of course. The rest is up to you.
You have all performed admirably. You exceeded my every expectation. Soon, Forden's reign will come crashing down. From this point onward, I would have you forfeit the competition and dedicate yourself fully to my campaign.
Understood.
For now, rest your wings a while. Tomorrow's festivities will be a grand show indeed.
It seems the land's past muster. Eurus is a peerless craftsman, if not else.
Yufa, are you okay?
He would have destroyed my home. How could he suggest such carnage with not a shade of guilt? I was sure that deep down, all people are inherently good at heart. But now, you made it sound like you were bound to kill him at any cost. And now I understand why.
I see. Then let's get back on track and go find ourselves an inn. You've got more supporters now. I dare say we'll find better lodging than we could before.
I wouldn't be so sure. This city's in the palm of Forden's hand, and we're the ones who humiliated him during the exhibition.
All the same, we're about to do something big. To be honest, I'll take anywhere, so long as I can stretch out.
Here's as good as any spot to make camp.
Why? That's worse than staying in the runner.
Then why don't we look for an inn run by a Mustari?
I thought this city was the seat of the church.
In times before the church, it said many diverse faiths and teachings took root in this city. That's why Montario is the only mainland nation that trades with the islands.
Indeed. My grandfather often said that until his generation, the only prominent building of the Sanctus Church was that opera house. Though the prevailing story now, of course, is that Sanctism reclaimed this land from malevolent pagans.
Either way, I'm certain there should be quite a few Mustari who feign conversion and live in seclusion.
If one of these Mustarians really exists, it may work in our favor. Let's look for it.
Speaking of... Certainly.
Well met, eh?
Oi!
What in the blazes?
Hey, listen!
Forden's the only game in town.
Uh-huh.
Forden's the only game in town.
Hang on. That's the one from the exhibition.
Say there.
Proper aces. My money's on Santa Fe's full down now. That damned Luis.
You're not serious.
Oh my! What do you want to do? My sincere... Oh my! What do you want to do? My sin... Oh my! What do you want to do? My sin... Oh my! What do you want to do? My sin... How grand. How grand.
Oi!
How grand. How grand.
Hello there.
Yeah, amazing.
Oi!
Now what am I to do?
Welcome. Wait. A band of youths with a knight and a Ujif. Are you perhaps the candidate who brought Joanna the Sanctoress to confess?
One glance and you knew. Listen, we just...
I don't care if you did the deed or not, but please take your business elsewhere. I'm sorry, but I have my own reputation to think about.
You follow Sanctism's teachings?
You? A Mastari who wears no mask?
I'm Euphazia. I'm the priestess of Verga. No, of Etria.
The priestess? Impossible. The island priestess would never leave the village behind.
I have my reasons, but I wish to see the outside world that I might better protect our island. I have no proof, but...
You would raise another tribe to the throne.
'Tis a longer story than we've time to tell. We only wish to avoid a tyrant's reign. Yet 'tis not from our own ambition that I speak so. The throne belongs to one truly worthy.
But if you insist, we will leave.
It's just... You look so like the priestess before you, I can't just turn you away. Fine. You can stay here, as long as you don't make trouble for me.
Thank you. I suppose it is easier to understand each other without the masks in the way.
Not all of us mainland Mastari hate the Sanctus Church. We'd rather preserve the peace we have. And, well, it's a sorry excuse for an innkeep who turns away travelers.
Thank you. We're in your debt.
Ah, look, they've got food and booze here too. And it's so much cooler, which means fewer bugs. Perfect.
It seems they have an imitation of the island spring here. We can bathe. I should invite Juno when she's back.
Bathe? You'd be mad to hope a hot spring replica could take the edge off this chill.
Cold or not, there's nothing more refreshing than bathing. Would you care to join us?
I should think not. For reasons too numerous to count.
Why?
Anyway, strategy meeting. Let's get on with it.
So we seek to assassinate Luis. A difficult task. But you look to have an idea. Let's have it.
First, the when. Under normal circumstances, we'd want to get him on the move. Maybe walking through a crowd while he's got less guards. That would be the plan. But unfortunately, that'd only work if he was someone with common sense. Someone without combat ability. Or someone who'd want to avoid collateral damage. And that isn't Luis. Worst case, he uses civilians as shields while more of his personal guard catch up, and things go sideways before we can get it done.
But once he's inside the Opera House, he'll have a security detail at his beck and call. Even if we can sneak in, getting to him.
If we can't target him in transit, and we've practically zero chance of getting close to him, that leaves us with only one option.
We join his personal guard ourselves?
I considered that, but it might be tricky. We can't guarantee he'd allow it, and besides...
The real lance is overflowing with magla. It would be a dangerous gamble to keep it on hand. That sort of power is easily noticed.
We attack from a distance.
Exactly.
A bow and arrow isn't gonna do much good, right? It needs to be the lance.
Of course. So, what if we threw the lance? Pierced him through from a distance? Yufa, as the priestess, you can command the lance to return to you if it's far away, right?
You would have me use that power in reverse to cast it out instead.
According to Juna, the ceiling of the Opera House has a chandelier big enough to support a person. From above, we'll target Luis in the royal box seats.
You realize the entire audience is below that lighting? A stunt like that would get us noticed instantly. Wait, are you suggesting we do this during the show?
Luis will be distracted. It's the best opportunity we could ask for. Besides, with Yufa there, we can even recover the lance easily.
Hold a moment. I would need to launch it like an arrow. Such distance and such speed would require incredible focus. I don't think I could do it while aiming.
Then just concentrate on the sheer mental force of it. Someone else can take over the role of actually throwing.
This gambit is sounding more far-fetched by the moment. But we also can't afford to wait for another opportunity.
There is no other opportunity. Luis intends to kill Forden during the festival. That means if we do nothing, the fake will be exposed, and so will we.
Indeed. Once our betrayal is made plain, we will never find a way to draw close to him again. This will likely be our first and last opportunity.
But who's actually going to do the throwing?
I'd rather leave it to you. With the royal magic protecting you, it's less likely that we'll fail this, even with interference. And besides, laugh, if you like. I know it sounds silly, but I really do believe you have the power to change fate itself.
Indeed. Everyone here knows that firsthand.
I feel the same. If I can trust you to do it, then I should be able to do my part as well.
Will you do it, Captain?
All right. I'll do it.
Thanks. We owe you. On the day of, Juna will be at the venue ahead of us. We'll have her open the service entrance, and we'll infiltrate from there.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I want you to lure Luis's guards outside and cause a commotion while he's making the throw. I'm sure the Magnus brothers will be guarding the place too. Hulkenberg and I will secure the exit route in advance. Luis is a formidable foe. But we've overcome plenty of obstacles. Let's believe in the strength that got us this far. We can do this.
Don't worry about it.